Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another Teacher Joseph podcast. Well, Priscilla Presley is in town. Yes, that's right. The wife of Elvis Presley is floating around the west coast of Scotland. She has appeared in a couple of restaurants and also out walking with her personnel, her bodyguards, walking around the west coast of Scotland. Oh, she looks miserable. I saw a picture of her in an Indian restaurant a few days ago, and she's sitting there looking very sultry with her lips sticking out. She looks more like Donald Duck, I think, with the amount of Botox she must have had. But I do feel sorry for her, of course, having just lost her daughter, Lisa Marie, although it's hard to imagine what the life of these people is actually like. Well, about Elvis, he died in, I think it was 1977, so a very long time ago. Do you remember he was found dead and his girlfriend, his fiancée, her name was Ginger Alden. She had been with him. They had been dating for 2 months, and she was going to marry Elvis. He had proposed to her. That means that he had asked her for marriage, and she found him on the bathroom floor and called the paramedics. Very sad, very sad. Actually, did you know that by the time the paramedics got there, Elvis had turned black? They thought he was a black man. Weird, isn't it? He had so much drugs, or maybe I should say so many drugs, because they're countable, in his system, that when he died, his whole body immediately turned black. Well, I think when you die, your body turns black anyway, of course. So when the paramedics arrived, they looked at him and they didn't see him as Elvis. They thought, oh, who's this guy with a girlfriend? Oh, but it was him. Yes, yes. Anyway, yeah, so the girlfriend then went on to write a book. She didn't do that until 2014. Very interesting, this book by Ginger Alden. And she made headline news again recently because after Lisa Marie Presley died, Ginger Alden sent a tweet saying, "Oh, you were loved." And of course, the family didn't like Ginger Alden, probably for a number of reasons. They clearly thought that she was after his money. That might be because after Elvis died, Ginger's mother tried to sue Elvis Presley's family because he'd promised to pay her mortgage for her house. Isn't that strange? Oh dear, the things that people do for cash. Anyway, she did write a tweet. She said about Lisa Marie, it's not always easy knowing what to say in moments sometimes, but here goes. As many of us share with extreme saddened hearts the passing of Elvis's daughter. Oh, I don't think she spelled that right. She's written two S's, Elvis's. That should be Elvis apostrophe. Anyway, yeah, she says, I want to reflect. My time with Lisa Marie was unique for me and special. I grew to care deeply for her and felt the same from her. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. I didn't think they would have let her anywhere near Lisa Marie, but I suppose when she was dating Elvis, probably they did. And then she says, we didn't have years together. No, I suppose you didn't. But it was quality time spent for sure when she visited Elvis and me at Graceland. Oh, really? I didn't know Ginger lived at Graceland. Anyway, it should be Elvis and I, not Elvis and me. So she says, we didn't have years together, but it was quality time spent for sure when she visited Elvis and me, should be Elvis and I, in Graceland, as a young child in 77. I'm assuming she means 1977, and was able to join us on some tours. Oh, that's not all she says. Oh, it's a long tweet. She goes on to talk about remembering Lisa Marie in the golf cart, and taking her to McDonald's for a burger. Well, maybe if Elvis had laid off the burgers, he might still be around. She says here, I remember Lisa coming into Elvis's, oh, I wish she hadn't written that. It's Elvis apostrophe. Elvis's bedroom one evening, sitting on his bed, and as she stared at the television, he tapped me silently behind her. She tapped, oh, yeah, it just means that he touched the shoulder, you know. And Elvis apparently said, she has the same look in her eyes as I did. This is Ginger Alden writing, talking about Lisa Marie. Oh dear. I truly wish we could have spoken later in life, as I am sure she had many questions. Oh dear. You were loved and will be deeply missed. Alden, of course, a former model and actress, had dated Elvis for 2 months before he proposed to her, and she's said quite a lot there. Yeah, but she wrote that book in 2014 about her time with Elvis. It's called Elvis and Ginger, Elvis Presley's fiancée, and Last Love finally tells her story. Oh, jeez. In it, she explains how she met the star and their relationship up until his death. Yeah, they found him really completely black. They were astounded, you know, that his body changed so much. And then, of course, they went on to make Graceland into a mansion, which everybody visits. Well, I suppose it's nice when they do that, isn't it? Turn a family home into a museum. That's not what they did with David Bowie. Do you know, I remember when David Bowie died, the family got rid of everything very, very quickly. I'm not sure if it was for financial reasons or if it was for some other reason, but everything just got moved and gotten rid of very quickly. Yeah, strange, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, so the wife of Elvis Presley, Priscilla, wasn't she in Dallas? Do you know, I think she was. I think she was in Dallas. You know that TV show? Yeah, I'm quite sure she was in Dallas. But who knows about the life of famous people, you know, like actors and actresses from Dallas, you know, like J.R. Ewing, the family Ewing, and all these things. Priscilla, I think, was in that, but who knows what their real lives are like, you know? Speaking of actresses and real lives, I just started following Jacqueline Smith on Facebook. Do you remember her? Jacqueline Smith was one of Charlie's Angels in Spanish, Ángeles de Charlie. You might know Charlie's Angels. It was an American TV show. And of course, in those days, women were only on TV because they were beautiful, not because they could act. And Jacqueline Smith, of course, was a very beautiful, glamorous actress in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Well, she's still around. Oh, yeah, on Facebook with her own fashion house now. Well, fashion house, it's a fashion line, I suppose. She's looking good. She spent Christmas with Joan Collins. Isn't that strange? Why you would spend Christmas with Joan Collins. But as I say, who knows about the rich and famous? Joan Collins must be very old now. She's very bitter. She's sometimes on Twitter and Facebook with celebrity gossip. Joan Collins, yeah, spending some time with Jacqueline Smith. Oh, interesting. Jacqueline Smith doesn't look her age. I mean, she's 77 now, and she looks like she's maybe in her 50s. Although she's probably good with Photoshop, I think. She'd need to be at that age, or she'd probably get someone to polish up her photos. But she does look stunning. But, Americans are all a bit like that, aren't they? They love their Botox and plastic bits. Cher is a good example of that. Anyway, that's it from me for today. I hope you've enjoyed this, and let's all talk again soon. Thank you. Bye.